Okay, guys, so I just quickly want to show you how you can sketch cars in perspective quickly and using a technique I've been using for a long time, and is way simpler than putting up perspective lines and so on. I think this is way easier and way faster and way more fun. So what I start by doing, I just do a line like this. This is going to be the baseline of the car, and I put in my wheels so I know the proportion of the car, and this gives me a good overview of how the car is going to look, or not look, but it gives me a good overview of the proportion of the car. And from here we can start to add the axles, and whenever you want, you can make a screenshot of, I can make a few of these, so you can make a screenshot of it and then design your cars on top of these. You can use these as templates if you want. So let's say we have these two. I'm just gonna move them down a bit so we have space. And from here, I want to add the axles. So simply making a line in perspective. And you have an idea of the perspective here. So the vanishing point for this car is going to be somewhere around here, right? Something like that. And the vanishing point for this car up here should probably be around there. So we have two lines going like this. And that's our axles. Now this point should be over here, but it doesn't really matter because that's the whole point with this. So we're not gonna not waste time, but not spend so much time setting up the perspective. And from here we can make a new layer and just start to design this car. For example, do the window, or you can start with whatever you're comfortable with. But I usually start with the windows, or the greenhouse, as it's called by professional car designers, which I'm not. But just so you know. And we're just adding features now. I'm gonna make a very generic car. It's not gonna be a super exciting design, but I'm just trying to get the point across here. Okay, so let's stop here for a second. What we did now, we basically added the main features of the car, and as we can see, we have some issues here. Like, for example, this window, it starts too early. It looks weird. It doesn't look like it's gonna have room for a hood. So I can adjust that as we go. It's no problem. So I'm just gonna adjust this line right here until it looks more to what it is I have in my head, right? So erase these lines here. Too many lines. It looks messy. We don't want that. Something like this. And we have the wheel arch on this side right here, and it has to show on the other side as well, since it's the angle that we're looking at this car from is a bit top view, so 3/4 rear top view, and we have to show the wheel arch on the other side as well. And same with this hood here, it's gonna show a bit on this side. And there we have the base of a car, and the perspective is not perfect, it's not spot on, but that's okay because we can adjust as we go. Instead of the whole principle is I rather adjust as I go than spend half an hour setting up perfect perspective lines. I mean, I guess that's up to what you like to do, or if you enjoy setting up perspective lines, that's great. You should do that. But this is just an idea that I want to show you how you can how you can do it faster. First of all, this something like that. I'll leave it like that. It's fine. And from here we have the lines of the car. What we need to do now is simply keep adding whatever features we want this car to have. So maybe this line goes like that to make a base. And this is our first line that we started with, and it's still here. I'm gonna make it in red so that you see it more clearly. This line here. That's our baseline. That's the first line that we started with. It's the same line as this one, just from a different angle. We can continue to add features on this car. And I'm using Photoshop now. I'm using an old no, not a Cintiq. I'm not that fancy. I have a Wacom tablet Intuos 3, and it's starting to, I think it's from 2007. It's starting to, the cord is starting to fall apart, so I might have some lag every now and then, but it's fine. It still works, so I'm happy with it. What else? We need some sort of a bumper. And you always have these lines here, these two, as your main guidelines as to where everything goes. And after that, it just all comes down to practice. And you have your vision of what you want the sketch to look like. And after that, I mean, you're not wasting any paper. If you're sketching digitally, you can just keep, start over and over and over again until you get it right. So let's see here. We can make, if we can make some cool, I don't know what, some graphics here. Maybe work on the window. And I'm gonna make my signature headlights. That's like in almost 90% of my sketches. Like the Dodge Dart, if you ever saw that car. I love those headlights. And the Challenger or Charger. I think it's the Charger, the 4-door. They have the same headlights. It's really nice looking. Something like that. And then I wanna actually, why not use the rotating tool to make it easier for me. Adding a side skirt to the car. And I want to rotate back now. I'm getting dizzy and confused. Okay, I'm gonna stop here with this one. It's not perfect, but let me see what brush is this. I actually didn't use the brush I thought I was using. I thought I was using this one, that it has some pressure to it, but I was using the one that's full opacity. That's why it looks like an ink sketch instead of a paper sketch with some line weight, but that's fine. It's just for the sake of showing you this technique that I'm using. As you can see, I'm having so much fun that I can't stop sketching. I'm just gonna add a few more details and then So your challenge here is to do the same thing I did here on this sketch here. Make a screenshot of this video right now if you want to, and import it into Sketchbook or Photoshop or whatever software you're using, and try to make the same thing. Like don't worry about the perspective too much. Just I would rather do it over and over again like this than setting up perspective lines for it. It takes such a long time and it's boring, frankly. So it's up to you what you like to do. And if you want to learn more about design sketching, and if you like this kind of stuff, then my design courses on Udemy might be for you. You can check them out by clicking the link below. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I would appreciate that a lot. And I hope to see you next time, and keep sketching.